A Canadian cartoonist, Michael de Adder, has been fired from a publishing company in New Brunswick, Canada, after his depiction of Trump and deceased migrants went viral on social media. The drawing, which was posted on de Adler's Twitter account on June 26, shows a Trump standing beside a golf cart, golf club in hand, looking down at the bodies of a father and daughter who drowned in the Rio Grande while trying to cross from Mexico into Texas. Trump asks, "Do you mind if I play through?" Now, this is referring to the migrant father and daughter who died while attempting to cross into the United States. Oscar Alberto Martinez Ramirez, 25, and his 23-month-old daughter, Angie Valera, were found lying face down in the muddy waters of the Rio Grande. And this has become now one of those iconic images of the suffering of migrants everywhere. This is very much similar to the boy that was found face down in the river in Europe, the country whose name escapes me at the moment. And this has become one of those iconic pictures that's probably going to live on for a very long time, which does outline the plight of many of the migrants. De Adler announced his termination from the newspaper owned by Brunswick News Incorporated on Twitter. "The highs and lows of cartooning. Today I was just let go from all newspapers in New Brunswick." Now, the company has denied that he was terminated over this particular image. They say that his termination has nothing to do with the cartoon. This is a false narrative which has emerged carelessly and recklessly on social media. In fact, BNI was not even offered this cartoon by Mr. de Adder. The decision to bring back reader favorite Greg Perry was made long before this cartoon, and negotiations had been ongoing for weeks. Now, Wes Tyrrell, the president of the Canadian Cartoonist Association, said de Adder was fired for this cartoon, which had gone viral on social media, and said that the subject of criticizing Trump was taboo for the company. Although he has stated there was no reason given for his firing, the timing was no coincidence. Michael de Adder had drawn many well-documented cartoons on Trump. They have, however, systematically never been seen in the NB papers. Now, Tyrrell says that Brunswick News Incorporated has many ties with American companies, and the sensitivity of this subject probably brought about their decision to get rid of the cartoonist. Trade has been an issue since Trump took office, and the president himself is an unknown quantity who punishes those who appear to oppose him. Now, to me, it seems very likely that this is the case. A criticism of Trump had gone viral and had spread throughout. Now, if a company like Brunswick News Incorporated does have many contacts in the United States, given the very petty way that U.S. President Donald Trump handles any criticism of him, particularly his cold-blooded indifference to the death of this father and his daughter, it seems very, very likely to me that he would end up punishing this company, or at least there is the threat of its U.S. affiliated companies being punished in some way by the current U.S. administration. I mean, this is perfectly in line with many corporate policies of not undermining many of their partners, the people that they work with. Why a television show cannot criticize a product that sponsors that very show. I mean, we see here that there is a very direct conflict between freedom of speech and not even just freedom of speech, but the right to criticize power, especially when it is one that is so abusive as the current U.S. President Donald Trump, and the maintaining of corporate profits. And this is one of those contradictions that we do see inside of capitalism, that the ability to criticize power, or in this case, particularly the abuses of power, run directly against the profit motive, which is the basis for the entire system. And this is particularly disturbing to me as a Canadian who is essentially watching the U.S. president, by proxy of economic power, wielding the ability to essentially censor criticism of him in our country. Now, I know this is very, very small compared to the trade issues with many countries, including China, the European Union, etc., them placing tariffs on their goods simply for perceived injustices against the United States. In comparison, this is very small. But it is very disturbing when you do see a foreign power demonstrating some kind of ability to censor your own media. And this kind of really does have me worried. Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.